Quick question for you. Is Lent primarily about giving things up or about giving more time to God? Are you giving something up for Lent? Well, if this bag represents the things we might give up, some people it's the old chocolate biscuits. For other people they want to be more like Jesus and they might fast to go without food, that people don't live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. We'll come on to that in a few weeks. For other people, I've heard they give up technology, they give up TV, or perhaps it's social media as they do that sort of thing. Some people, and I think if we were honest, probably the best thing we could give up or spend less time on are the things that we obsess about. What demands our time and our attention. And actually time, I think, is crucial to how we understand Lent. Jesus, in going into the wilderness, gives up time for people. I don't think Jesus had a diary anyway, but if he did, he would have cleared it completely. So I'm not seeing people, I'm giving time with God. We know Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness. In those days, he was tempted 3 times. That's not a long time out of 40 days. What was he doing? Well, he'd been baptised, he'd been commissioned by God. This is my boy, I'm so pleased with him. And he prepares to start his ministry. He goes to pray. He sets himself aside. For Jesus in the wilderness, it's not about him not eating, but it probably felt that way. But what drove him, what led him to that point, was wanting to be with his Father, to talk to God. So what about us? What would it look like this Lent time if we spent less time thinking about what we're giving up and more about what we're putting in? So the obvious thing, of course, is the Bible. How do we make more space for God and what he's saying? Just can't get this in my bag, look. More space to God and what he's saying to us. Perhaps it's thinking about how do we use our time? What is filling our diary or our calendar? What are we making space for? Perhaps it's how we connect with other people. As we are using primarily things like this at the moment in lockdown, how do we connect with other people and hear what it is that they are saying to us? And I guess, the question I'm just left with very simply is, will we follow God? Will we say to God, I want you to be my obsession, and if you're going to lead me in an unexpected journey through Lent, if you're going to teach me more about who you are or what following you means, then I'm all in. Is Lent primarily about giving things up or about giving more time to God?